Minister of External Affairs S Jaishankar on Monday said the situation along the line of actual control, the site of the escalating military tensions between India and China, was very serious and called for very, very deep conversations between the two sides at a political level. Jaishankar was speaking at an event organized by Indian daily newspaper. The foreign minister added that the state of the border with China cannot be linked from the state of the overall relationship between the countries. If peace and tranquility on the border is not a given, then it cannot be that the rest of the relationship continues on the same basis, because clearly peace and tranquility is the basis for the relationship, the External Affairs Minister said. Jaishankar's statement came ahead of a meeting with his Chinese counterpart Wang Yi in Russia on the sidelines of the Shanghai Cooperation Organization. Hours later, China accused India of outrageously firing warning shots in a new confrontation on the southern bank of Pangung Tso Lake, describing it as a serious military provocation. However, India on Tuesday rejected the accusations and said Chinese troops attempted to close in on Indian forward positions along the line of actual control and fired a few rounds in the air. Jaishankar said that tranquility along the border was the basis of India's relationship with China. If you look at the last 30 years, because there was peace and tranquility on the border, there were problems also. I am not disregarding that. That allowed the rest of the relationship to progress, he said. As a result, China became India's second largest trading partner. Clearly, peace and tranquility is the basis for the relationship. The foreign minister added that there have been several understandings between the countries on border management, which go back to 1993, and fairly clearly stipulate that both sides will keep forces at the minimum level at the border. And the subsequent agreements we had, they shape the behavior of troops, and what are the restraints which should be on them. If these are not observed, then it raises very, very important questions, he said. Jaishankar added, "At this moment, I note that this very serious situation has been going on since the beginning of May. This calls for very, very deep conversations between the two sides at a political level." Tensions between India and China have flared up again after the June 15 clash in Galwan Valley, when 20 Indian soldiers and an unknown number of Chinese soldiers were killed. Several rounds of military-level talks have failed to break the impasse. Both sides have accused the other of fresh provocations, including allegations of soldiers crossing into each other's territory, in the months after their deadliest standoff in decades. Meanwhile, Defense Minister Rajnath Singh held talks with his Chinese counterpart Wei Pinghe on September 5 in Moscow, where both sides had agreed to peacefully de-escalate the situation. The meeting was the first face-to-face political contact between India and China since the standoff erupted in Ladakh 4 months ago.